Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's Amy, your independent Scentsy consultant with Happily Scented Life, and I'm back today with my first sniffs of the scent of the seasons, the Scentsy holiday bricks, and the exclusive bars from the Sugared Chalet bundle that is now sold out. Full transparency here, this is my fourth attempt at trying to film this video. I filmed my first sniffs last night, and then when I went to go edit the video and put in pictures of the things that were reminding me of when I sniffed these for, like, you know, visual effects and to be like cute with my video, realized the audio was horrible. You could hear my kids like being feral and like attacking each other in the background. It was just a hot mess that I didn't feel comfortable posting it. So then today I attempted not once, not twice, but thrice, and still couldn't get the kids to calm down or anything like that. Jax is finally now taking a nap. The others are quiet. I'm going to attempt this. So I'm in loungewear, looking like a school librarian with my Bill Cosby, you know, cardigan and all that. But so they still are my first reactions. It's just not my first actual sniff, which kind of sucks, because I always like to share that with you guys. So we'll probably title this video First Impressions instead of First Sniffs, just to be transparent. So we're gonna start off with the Sugared Chalet bars, because those were the ones I was most excited for. I did a one and done club to get all of these LTOs. And sometimes doing a one and done Scentsy club to get LTO fragrances is a more conscientious way of getting wax. For instance, the holiday bricks, they're available in brick form. And early access for consultants, we could have got all 5 bricks for like $100, I think it was. But I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to get stuck with like 5 pounds of wax that I may or may not like. So I waited until the collection was available to the public, and then I was able to put those fragrances in a club. I did the same thing with the Sugared Chalet, because the only way to get the bars on the website was to order the bundle, and I didn't want the warmer. Thank God, because within like 4 hours, I think it was, the thing sold out because people were so excited for that thing. So I was able to just get the fragrances by themselves. And then the scent of the season, there's 3 returning fragrances in that collection, but 2 of them I already have. Like, I had them last year, so I didn't need to revisit them because I already know what they smell like and I already know if I like them or not. So I only needed 3. So sometimes that happens with a lot of you customers, where you might not want to try the entire collection because maybe there's only 1 bar or 2 bars of scent notes that you prefer. So why take a chance on scent notes that you know you're not gonna like? So that's just the way to do it. So that's what I did. I did a one and done club to get all of those bars. Before I get into the Sugared Chalet, I did have this in the club because I wanted to stock up on more, because I wasn't able to order more with my party closeout that I did like a month ago, because the collection had sold out online. So the only way to get the fragrances was in a club. So I created this club with these bars originally, and then just, you know, added to it. So pumpkin sticky buns from the Goody Gumdrop collection. I absolutely love this fragrance. For some reason, I know there's coconut in it, but I don't get coconut. When I warm this, it's like the gooeyest, creamiest caramel scent with like pumpkin. It's such a great scent and a good performer that I needed to get more. So now I have this in my other clubs, but I wanted to get more, and I knew I was doing this anyway. So I have those now to add to my stock. Okay, back to Sugared Chalet. Let me grab them in here. They're kind of like all hodgepodge. So with this Sugared Chalet bar collection, it was 3 bars that you could get coupled with the warmer. So the fragrances, 2 of them are actually old, retired Scentsy scents that they brought back, and 1 scent is a new fragrance. So 2 that I've had, and that is not the bar I was looking for. There it is. They're all brown. I'm getting like so confused. Okay. So this one, Gingerbread Hugs, I do remember this bar. I do remember when it first came out in Scents of the Season. I remember liking it. And this one is fresh baked gingerbread with notes of vanilla and nutmeg. So you guys, on cold, this is the strongest gingerbread out of all the available gingerbread fragrances that we have. This is authentic gingerbread. It's like your mother just baked a loaf of fresh gingerbread and she just pulled it out of the oven. It is authentic gingerbread. I can like literally envision my mom cooking it, slicing it, and she always served it with Cool Whip on top of it. I can get all of that. This is such a nostalgic memory for me for Christmas. It is heavy on clove though, so on cold you do get a lot of clove, so if you don't like clove, then you're probably not going to like this one. And what I've been noticing the more I sniff it is that the clove and then like the nutmeg that's in here, it's more ground. It's more like a ground, like a powdered, so it's coming off dusty. Yeah, but I would have to say on cold, it is the strongest gingerbread scent out of all of them that we currently have, and the most authentic. I can't remember how it performs on warm because it's been several years, but I am definitely happy to warm this so I can see if I like it over like gingerbread pecan waffles or gingerbread cheesecake or all of that. So I definitely think this one is a winner, and I think it will be a winner for anyone that loves bakery and anybody that loves gingerbread. You just have to be sure you like clove is the thing. Okay. The other returning scent is Goody Gumdrop. This one, I remember it. It used to be in the catalog when I was a consultant. That's how old this scent is. I just can't remember if I liked it more than Sugar and Spice. Now, Sugar and Spice is a very authentic, Good and Plenty black licorice candy, where this one is more authentic to like a spiced gumdrop. And I loved spiced gumdrops. I was that weird kid, and I think it's because I hung out with my grandmother and my great-grandmother and my great-great-aunt all the time when I was young. I mean, I'm talking like a year old to like 7. And I had access to all that old candy and desserts and things like that. So I think that's why I have so many memories. So I ate a lot of gumdrops, and I still will, eat gumdrops. But this one is not as gumdroppy as I thought it was going to be. It's not a bad scent at all. There is some sweetness to it, so you do get the like candy coating, the granulated sugar. But I don't get like gumdrop candy. I do get like red hot cinnamon candy. It's almost like if it was just a red hot cinnamon gumdrop, then that's what this would be. Like I keep envisioning like the green ones and the purple ones and the orange ones and the white ones. The white ones were always my favorite. Hold on. Sorry about that. My kiddo came down. Told you, I'm going to get interrupted like 8,000 times during this video, I swear. It's just not my week for filming. It really isn't. But as I was saying, the white gumdrops were always my favorite. I do get a sweetness. I do get the sugar coating. But it's not like screaming candy. And what I think if Cinnamon Bear is too strong for you, so if Cinnamon Bear is too much for you to handle, but you really don't like Christmas Cottage because it's too like potpourri or too like holiday craft store, this is like the perfect middle of the road between those two scents. So yeah, Cinnamon Bear is like way too intense, hot tamales, like Fireball, hot candies, all of that. And then Christmas Cottage, you do get a red hot cinnamon with that one, but then you also get like the potpourri because it's got like orange and raspberry and like holiday spices and stuff like that. This one's right in the middle because you're still getting the red hot cinnamon, but then it's sweetened up by the sugar coating, and then you're not getting all of that like holiday like bouginess. I don't know how I feel about it. I'm gonna have to warm it because I don't mind Christmas Cottage as a scent, but I don't know, it's just not like wowing me as much as I remember. I think I do like sugar and spice a lot better. Okay, now the new fragrance. So this one is called Whipped Frosting. This one is decadent whipped butter swirled with frosted vanilla and golden sugar takes the cake. So I'm very curious on how different this one smells to vanilla bean buttercream, because vanilla bean buttercream has been in the catalog forever. So, I mean, I get why they created this fragrance, because if you put, you know, all three of these together, it's like a gingerbread man, because you have the gingerbread, the frosting, and then the sweet candy that, you know, says gumdrop buttons. So I get why they did it, but I really hope they're not trying to phase out vanilla bean buttercream. I mean, it would be amazing if they would add another bakery to the catalog, but let's see. And like I said, I am curious on if you melt all three of these together, if it would smell like an actual gingerbread man, like if you like bit into it and got all the frosting and the gumdrops. So when I sniff this, you guys, this is amazing. It is literally shut the front door. Like, I cannot believe Scentsy created this. This is so out of character for them, especially with bakery fragrances. This is not vanilla bean buttercream. It could be a cousin to vanilla bean buttercream, but it's not vanilla bean buttercream. This is Pillsbury white frosting in a can, but there is a white cake note. This is what happy birthday should smell like. I get funfetti cake in here. I really do. I think they took the old formula of happy birthday and they put it in this bar and just made it a new fragrance and made it like happy birthday 2.0, because the cake note in here, the cake note, I absolutely love this thing. Love it so much. I am so happy that they freaking hit the head on the nail, or whatever that phrase is. I can't stop sniffing it. It's so freaking good, you guys. I'm telling you. If you love anything bakery, and if you love anything white cake or frosting, this is going to be your girl. And this, because it's such a plain, and I don't say that in a bad way, but because it's just a plain vanilla frosting scent, nothing more, nothing less, this is going to have so many melting and like mixing combinations. Like, I can see myself putting this with other bakery scents. I can see it doing with like Christmas tree scents, with around the campfire. I see myself putting this with like pumpkin. Like, there's so many there's so many possibilities. Like, my head is just like running like the Energizer Bunny, trying to come up with all these like wonderful blends that I want to try. My daughter absolutely loves this thing. I think almost everybody on YouTube that has done first reactions to this has said that one of their kids has absolutely loved it. My daughter is included with that, and so much that she wants me to keep this one and done club open, because she wants to get more of this. She wants this added to her club. So yeah, this is the winner of the collection. This is the winner. If I had to recommend one bar out of this entire collection, cold impression only, it would be the whipped frosting. And I think the reason why I like this one so much is because of that white cake note that I'm getting. It's very similar to the cake note that Melting Memories Veronica uses in a lot of her cake blends that she does. She did one called Blueberry Santo Cake, and that one had a really gorgeous like white cake note to it, and it's very similar to this. So I think that's why I'm like liking it so much. Scentsy, you did freaking good with this one. Hats off. Let's just clap. I don't know who the heck they hired for their bakery design team, but thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you for a legit, strong, good-ass bakery. That's all I have to say. All right, so that's Sugared Chalet. I will definitely be warming these in my melting basket, so I'll be sharing like my warm reactions over the next week or two when I do my what I've been warming on Friday. So stay tuned for those. Okay, next. We shall do the Scents of the Season, because that one I don't have all the bars for because I didn't need to get them all. Okay, so let me pull up the scent descriptions on the ones that I don't know. Now, with this collection, there were 3 that returned, 2 that are brand new. This is still currently available, so you can purchase it on my website, wicklesscandles.scentsy.us, or your consultant's website, as the giftable bundle for $25, and you do get it in the red velvet Santa bag. They haven't said anything about the bags being sold out, so you can either get it that way, or you can just put the individual fragrances in a Scentsy club and order them that way. So, Mint to Be Merry, which was last November's scent of the month. That is in this collection. I did not purchase it because I know what Mint to Be Merry smells like. My mom has it in her club, and I particularly didn't care for Mint to Be Merry. Not that it was a bad bakery. It was a crappy performer for me in my house. It was a really light bakery, and I like strong bakery that smacks you in the face and chokes you out. So it wasn't a club bar for Amy. But it was a very nice sugar cookie, peppermint, butter cookie type of scent. And a lot of people enjoyed Mint to Be Merry. I want to say about 75% of people here on YouTube loved Mint to Be Merry. I know my girl Veronica from Melting Memories loved it so much that she came up with her own blend of it for this holiday pre-order called Buttermint Cookies, and I actually ordered it for her pre-order, so I'm so excited to sniff it and try it to see if I like her version instead. She did mention that she'll be doing an RTS well after she ships out everybody's holiday pre-order. So if you're interested in trying hers, I would definitely join her Facebook group, and that way you could keep an eye out for when she actually does her RTS. So I'm glad that Mint to Be Merry is back, so people can either club it or up their quantities or stock up and all of that. It is a good light bakery, but it just wasn't an Amy bakery. Now, Toasted Apple Butter. This is a returning scent because we had it in Bring Back My Bar in January of 24. I don't understand, because they knew. They had all these collections lined up. They do. They are already working on like fall of 25 and like probably spring of 26. They're always like a year ahead or a year and a half ahead, because, you know, if you think about it, with all the license stuff, they have to get clearance, they have to get like, you know, products and images, you know, approved by Disney and stuff like that. So they're already well in advance. So when this came out and Bring Back My Bar, they knew it. So it's like, why would you already knew you were going to bring this scent back for Scent of the Season. So why even have it in the voting pool for Bring Back My Bar? But whatever, you know, I'll get over it. But anyway, Toasted Apple Butter is creamy butter with ripe apples and rich spices. I really liked Toasted Apple Butter so much that I did club it after the promotion ended for Bring Back My Bar last year. And then the minute I found out it was coming back for Scents of the Seasons, I did kick it out of my club. But this bar I got almost a year ago, and it aged beautifully. It is a really nice apple butter fragrance. It just literally smells like someone's making fresh apple butter on the stove. And it's the closest thing that we have to apple butter frosting, in my opinion. And I'm actually curious, if you mix this with whipped frosting, will we get apple butter frosting? I'm gonna fucking try that. I'm gonna try it. Mental note, Amy. Mental note. Whipped frosting, toasted apple butter. Will it give us apple butter frosting? I'm gonna do it, you guys, and I'm gonna report back. But anyway, this one's really nice. Like I said, you have to like apple, you have to like cinnamon and clove and all of that stuff. So this is a really nice one, and I will be re-clubbing this one once this promotion goes away, because I did, you know, warm it again, and I still do like it. And I miss apple butter frosting. So until apple butter frosting comes back, this is staying in my club until we can get it back. All right. Eggnog is the other returning scent. This is the OG. This is the OG eggnog. This is not spicy eggnog from the holiday bricks from a couple years ago. This is the OG. This is the Snoop Doggy Dogg of Scentsy. I remember this thing. I'm hoping they didn't muff up the formula. That's what I was saying. Like, I hope they didn't muff it up the whole time I was waiting for this order, because this was the one bar in this whole Scent of the Seasons that I was excited for. I said, please do not muff it up, because sometimes they do that. They'll either have to change the formula from like all these older fragrances because maybe they can't get the specific oil that they used back when they made it. So I've noticed that with a couple of things, like Happy Birthday, I've noticed is not as strong or as decadent as it was before. And when I say that, it's like circa 2012, I didn't get any chocolate or like a marbled cake note, but now 2024, I do. So it's very weird, but it's understandable, you know, especially if they were buying these oils like 12, 15 years ago. You know, those companies might not even have that oil still in stock. It might have been a, you know, crappy seller, so they discontinued it. So they have to kind of find something that's close to it. So a lot of these older scents, it might be close to the original, but not quite. But you guys, I'm happy to report that this one is the same. It is the same exact bar. Oh my God. They did it again. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. It is Bailey's. It is Bailey's Irish Cream, you guys. Oh my God. It's so good. I'm a Bailey's girl. I love Bailey's in my coffee. I love it so much. This is literally Bailey's. Oh my God. It's so good. It's so strong. I don't get like that sour, like milky, you know, weird funk note that sometimes can happen with like eggnog scents or cheesecake scents. I don't get that on cold at all. But you guys, like whipped frosting, this eggnog has so many mixing possibilities. I can see myself mixing this eggnog with Hug in a Mug, with Mocha Doodle, with Perk Me Up or Breakfast Blend if you still have them from those previous Bring Back My bars. You can mix this with Perfect Peppermint that's in the catalog. Or if you have Perfect Peppermint Dreams, mixing that with this. I could see you mixing it with like not blueberry cheesecake. Gingerbread cheesecake. You could even try to mix it with that. Some of the pumpkin scents. Like, the possibilities are endless. You can put a caramel in here. Put salted caramel toffee with this eggnog. I bet it'd be freaking fabulous. I am so stoked on this one. So happy that this is back. I'm becoming more of a bakery girl the more and more as I continue on with my Scentsy journey. Oh my God. This is so good. So, so good. All right, Merry Wonderland. This one I was scared about. Merry Wonderland is pink apple, clove, sparkling spruce, woodland. Wait, I just said that wrong. Wait. Pink apple, clove, and a sparkling spruce wonderland. So I was a little bit scared because I'm like, apple, spruce, clove. I really didn't like frosted cedar, and that's like an apple with a tree. And so is like, I know Frosted Fantasy doesn't say it has apples in it, but it does have apples in it. Somewhere in the scent composition, it does have an apple in it. But I really don't like that one either. So I'm like, is this going to be the same thing? It's not. This one I don't mind. It's an enjoyable fragrance. It's a likable fragrance. But to me, it kind of just smells like walking through a craft store, honestly. There is a little bit of a perfume note to it though. But it does kind of give me like sugar plum berry vibes, but not, you know, plum and orange. It's apple and, you know, tree. But yeah, it could be like a cousin to sugar plum berry, which I did like sugar plum berry last year. That was a fragrance in last year's Scents of the Seasons. I did like it, and I did like it enough to club it. But I'm thinking about actually cutting it. So kind of depends on how this one warms, if I'll love it on warm. But it's an all right fragrance. And I feel like if you do like those potpourri, homesteader, you know, type of scent. Like if you did like sugar plum berry, then you probably would like this one too. All right, and then cherry. This one, when I read the scent description, I was like, is this Scentsy's attempt of trying to like do a vendor blend? Because it's candied cherry, spiced amber, smoked marshmallow, and blackberry. So when I sniffed this, you guys, I was actually quite disappointed. It's not as cherry forward as I would have preferred. You do get more blackberry than you do the candied cherry. I'm getting a lot of blackberry. The same blackberry note that's like in blackberry meringue is what I'm getting here. And I wonder if that's because there's smoked marshmallow and that's kind of giving me like a meringue type of, you know, vibe. The candied cherry that's in here, I'm sad to report that it is the cherry that is more waxy and artificial and not like a dark cherry or like a Bing cherry. I think cherry chestnut has a dark cherry or a Bing cherry to it. This one, it's more of like the maraschino red like cherry. But I'm so surprised that it's not strong on cold, because usually cherry scents are very strong. So I'll be curious to see if the cherry comes out when it does warm. I don't get amber, and like I said, I don't get much of the smoke. Like I'm not smelling anything smoky in the scent, but I am picking up the marshmallow, and it being mixed with the blackberry is giving me like blackberry meringue vibes. So I'm curious to see how this is going to warm, because I think it's one of those ones that's going to change like 180 once you warm it. But if I had to choose anything from this collection on cold sniff only, eggnog. I mean, eggnog would even bump out toasted apple butter. Like, I'm not even joking. Like, this is just phenomenal. Oh my God. This is going right in my club, and I'm definitely going to get a quantity of 2 to start off with, because I want as much as I can get of this so I can mix it as much as I want. Oh my God, it's so good. Okay. So that's scent of the season. Now, holiday bricks. Holiday bricks, you guys. Really wasn't excited too much for them this year. They really didn't wow me. I don't know. How about you guys? Were you like super stoked about it, or are you kind of indifferent? Or are you just like, oh, it's just another LTO to try? That's how I was feeling. Oh, it's just another LTO. Like, let's just get this over with. So, there was one. Yeah, there was only one scent in here in the holiday bricks that was a returning scent, and that was Christmas tree. Oh, and to give you a little bit background on the holiday bricks, they are currently still available on my website, wicklesscandles.scentsy.us, or your consultant's website. You can get them in a 5-pack bundle, so you get all 5 scents in the brick form for $100, or you can buy a 2-pack, so you get to choose what 2 scents. You could do the same scent twice, or you can do one and another one. That's $40. Or you can buy them individually for $24. So they are all still available in all of those forms. So they have not sold out yet. Okay, back to Christmas tree. So Christmas tree, I don't remember this scent. I think it was available before I became a consultant, and when I was a customer way back when. I don't even remember this one. But I have seen it in the catalogs that I've been doing on the channel, you know, walking through them and stuff. So this one's Fresh Air, Pine Needles, and Pine Wood Forest. And this scent was actually up for voting for Bring Back My Bar back in July when we were voting for January's round. So I'll be surprised if this actually gets voted back. Wouldn't that be hilarious? So I smelled this, you guys, and it gave me Woodland Swave vibes. I was actually not expecting that whatsoever. I was expecting just an authentic Christmas tree, similar to like Disney Seasons of Magic, or you know, something like that. This reminds me of woodland suede. It is this smooth and suede-y and creamy. And it's not like a Christmas tree. It's not a holiday scent. This smells more to me like if you were just going to a tree farm in the late afternoon, because you get a fresh air note with this. And you're at that tree farm and you're just walking through the whole tree farm and you're smelling all of the trees. So you're getting fir and you're getting balsam and you're getting pine and spruce and evergreen. It's like all of those all together, but blended out so smoothly, because I swear there's got to be suede in here. It's not woodland suede like an exact dupe, but it's close enough where I would consider clubbing this and or stocking up so I could get my woodland suede fix until I could get that back again. This is really nice, you guys, and I think if you're very scared by like extreme pine or sweet evergreen, if you don't like those types of Christmas trees, I really think you're going to enjoy this one. And this is a scent that you could legit warm like late October all the way through to like March. Like, this is worth $6. So very happy for that one. The next one, Wrapped in Lights. This was another one that I was absolutely scared about because it has sparkling lemon. I love lemon. It's the pomegranate and the mulled spices. Sometimes mulled spices is fine if it's just with like a citrus, like if it's just orange, then I like mulled spices. Or if it's like an apple and mulled spices. Pomegranate, me and pomegranate have issues, okay? We have a toxic relationship when it comes to Scentsy. There's some pomegranate, like jeweled pomegranate, that I like. And then there's other pomegranate, like pomegranate Prosecco, that I literally vomit, like gag reflex, when I sniff that thing. So I was weary. I was very weary. You guys, shut the freaking front door. I could not believe what I was sniffing. The pomegranate in here, it's not a fruity pomegranate. It is reading so citrusy. So citrusy. It's zesty. It's tangy. Like, you can tell there's fruit in here, but it's not screaming pomegranate. And the citrus is overpowering what pomegranate would usually do to my nose. And the mulled spices are like perfect. It is legit the perfect balance of a pomegranate spiced citrus type of scent. Very warm, very like spicy hot. Oh my God. I don't even know what to compare it to. This is way better than Holiday Market, which is in the Holiday Collection. And this is even better than Christmas Cottage. Like, I know. It's like blasphemy that I'm saying right now. I can't wait to see how this warms. But I'm so surprised that I like this. Like, what? Amy, what? Pomegranate? Yeah, pomegranate. All right. Next, we'll do the Butterscotch Brittle, because this is the one that I heard so many people rag on, and they're just like, ugh, and you know, all this other stuff. But then when I read the scent description, I was like, that actually sounds pretty nice. Butterscotch Brittle is crushed peppermint, decadent butterscotch, buttery caramel, and creamy vanilla. So that all sounds wonderful, because those are all the things I love. I love peppermint, I love butterscotch, and caramel, and vanilla. What can go wrong? It could go wrong so many ways. So when I sniff this, and I'm just gonna be honest, when I sniffed it, first I was like, what the heck am I smelling? And then I take a couple more seconds to sniff it. You definitely get a lot of caramel. You get a lot of caramel on here. And like salted butterscotch. But to me, it's almost like someone just got done chewing gum or just got done brushing their teeth. And now they're sucking on a hard butterscotch candy. So you're getting that like remnants of their fresh breath from like them chewing the gum. And then now you're getting all the butterscotch that they've been sucking on. It's very weird. It's almost like it's peppermint bark, but not peppermint bark either. It's like someone was making peppermint bark, but then didn't wash out the pan correctly and then made butterscotch brittle. And it's got like remnants of the peppermint barks like mixed in there. I don't know. It smells very heavy too. Like it smells very heavy. And I don't know. It's just one of those scents. It's just like, what? I'll be curious to warm this and see how it turns out. But I definitely get a lot of salted butterscotch and a lot of dark caramel. It's just the peppermint kills it. I don't know why they needed to add peppermint to it. You could have just called it butterscotch brittle and left the peppermint out. I mean, peppermint bark and butterscotch brittle are two separate desserts. So it's like, why did you have to add the peppermint? I don't know. Again, I don't know. Okay. Warm winter night. Now this one sounded intriguing. I love that it's the same color as Dark Harbor and Winter Twilight, which was from the holiday collection that's still available. Warm Winter Night is hearty bourbon with a dash of citrus and brown sugar. So I'm like, okay, Spice and Spirited had bourbon and brown sugar, right? But then it also had pumpkin. This is bourbon and brown sugar, but then a dash of citrus. Well, what kind of citrus? Is it lemon? Is it lime? Is it grapefruit? Is it orange? Like what are we talking about here? This is a very weird scent. I don't get bourbon. I don't get citrus. What I get is a winter herbal tea, and instead of sweetening it with your normal table sugar, someone decided to put brown sugar in their tea instead. That's exactly what I get here. And if there is citrus in this bar, it's just making it a bright scent. It smells like tea. And I don't know if I'm really going to like this one because my tea scent is winterberry apple tea and nothing can top it. So it's like, I just don't know. How many tea scents do you really need? So that's what I get with it. I just get a herbal winter tea and someone sweetened it with brown sugar instead of table white sugar. So very, very interesting. It's very odd, these choices that they did for the holiday bricks. Very odd. All right, and then last but not least, we have salted caramel cider, which is right up my freaking alley with all of my scent preferences and all of that. And can we just take a quick gander at the labeling and tell me how eerily similar it is to Bright Cider Life's label? Like, go grab a bar of Bright Cider Life if you have it, or any product of Bright Cider Life, and look at the packaging. It's dead on the same. Like, dead on. It's insane. So, the scent description is salted caramel, I can already smell it, sweet vanilla bean, and fresh apple cider. So, it's not the same as Bright Cider Life. It is very different from Bright Cider Life, but it's very different and unique, and I dig it. So, Bright Cider Life is very much apple forward. It's very much apple cider forward, but then it has all these bakery vibes with the pumpkin and, like, I don't know, it just takes on a bakery element. This one is heavy, heavy, heavy on the caramel. Apple is a side note. Like, that, the apple's a side chick in this whole formula. Like, no. It is straight salted caramel. And then you get a little bit of, like, fresh pressed, and that is very true. It is not, like, hot apple cider. Like, Bright Cider Life reminds me of, like, the powdered mix of, like, apple cider that you just buy at Walmart, and you just pour the mix and then boil water and it makes it that way. That's the type of apple cider note I get with Bright Cider Life. With this one, it definitely smells like the jugs of freshly pressed apple cider that you would buy at the apple orchard or that you would buy at the grocery store. But it's so heavy on the salted caramel, and it smells strong in this bar. So I definitely want to warm it because I love anything salted caramel. I mean, salted caramel toffee is like my favorite. So we shall see. But I would have to say, out of the holiday bricks, Wrapped in Lights will have to be the one that I'm most goo goo gaga over. And then it would be Christmas Tree, and then Salted Caramel Cider. So the collection that I thought I was going to like the least, I ended up liking 3 enough that I would either repurchase them based on their cold impressions. Weird. And then the one I thought I was going to like the most, right now, the only one that I would definitely club on cold would be the whipped frosting. This is just, oh my God, it's so good. I still like Gingerbread Hugs. I just need to warm it because I need to figure out if I like it among other, you know, gingerbread scents that we have. And then scents of the season, your girl's definitely clubbing eggnog for sure. For sure. And I'll definitely club toasted apple butter because I already know I like it. And I already know that it performs well. So, but that is it. That is my first impressions. I know you guys have been waiting patiently, and I'm so sorry that it took me several attempts to get this video filmed and to get it posted. So hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know in the comment section which of the fragrances, if you've been able to get them in, which ones are the ones that you're digging right now, which ones are you passing on. Anybody clubbing anything, let's talk more in the comment section. And as always, thanks for liking, commenting, and subscribing. And I'll talk to you in my next video, guys. Bye.